I am Dr. Jesse Hargrove, retired professor from Philander Smith University, and I had the opportunity to serve as the faculty athletic representative under Greenwood many years ago. And this is the grandfather of the current coach, Greenwood, and I served under him as well as faculty athletic representative. So I've worked with athletes. You asked me I what was my first encounter with Geese Ausbie, and it was hilarious because the first time that I saw him, I said, "Sweet Honey Brown," and he went to laughing. He laughed louder than I laughed because Sweet Honey Brown was the theme that the Harlem Globetrotters went by. And I must tell you that the Harlem Globetrotters, one of the encounters that he told me about was they spent 200 days out of 365 playing basketball. They were regarded as the ambassadors of the sport and the ambassadors. This was during the time that there was deep segregation in the nation. And the Harlem Globetrotters were looked upon as those individuals who could bring culture and people together to make a difference, to talk about the conditions that existed. So when Abe Epstein decided that he was going to pull these outstanding athletes together, he had to even put some of them in his room because they weren't allowed to sleep in the same hotel, and they would sneak up in his room. And one of the things that Geese Ausbie talked about was you had to make a difference during that time, or people wouldn't respect you. They didn't understand the greatness of a people. And the Harlem Globetrotters were there to make a difference. So from 1961 until 1985, Geese Ausbie made that difference. He created a legacy that would go on for people to, the time he was at Philander Smith College at the time, now it's a university. There were a lot of great people there, and including the track team who helped them to become great athletes. The football team, Philander Smith had a football team during that time. And so Elijah Pitts played during that time. That Geese Ausbie was at Philander Smith. And so there was a lot of networking that went on with athletes to be better than the next person, to be an improved person with scholarship and know-how and skills. One of the legacies that he's going to leave or has left behind is focusing in on ball handling, the three-point shot. I can remember one of the things, he was one time, Geese Ausbie, he played football on a basketball court. Football on a basketball court. He would put the basketball on the ground and he would hike the ball to himself. He's center and now he's the quarterback. He's going to throw that basketball between his legs to the next player who's going to put it in the hoop. That was tremendous to do that. And then other times, he's going to hike the ball to himself, play quarterback, throw it to another player. The other player is going to throw it back to him, and he's going to dunk the ball. Tremendous skill. Geese Ausbie, never be forgotten, always remembered. I love him to this day.